Welcome to PrepsNet Coach Speak with Tabernacle Christian head basketball coach Matt Grimes. Here's your host, Aubrey Johnson.
Welcome in, Coach.
Good to be here.
All right, so you had two big wins and a loss this past week. Let's talk about it.
All right.
Last Thursday, the 15th, you beat Clay County handily, 71-49. Tell us about that.
So that was an important game for us. It's an area game for us. So they actually beat us at their place.
Yeah.
And so we had to get a win in order to, for postseason, to try to actually force a tiebreaker with them in the end of the season. There's still some games that have to happen. But if they would have beaten us, it pretty much would have sealed it for us. So it was important to stay alive in that respect. But it was good. It was, we had Seth back. So the first time we played him, Seth did not play. Seth came back for this one. He had 24 points and 18 rebounds.
Nice.
So it's nice to have that back for this one. Tucker had 21 points, 14 rebounds. Ian had 11 points and 11 rebounds. So I had three guys with double-doubles.
That's fantastic.
And then Daniel Bensko, he had 8 points, 7 assists, so he wasn't too far off of those. And then Colton also had 7 points. So scoring, there was five guys really involved there with 7 and above, and then a lot of rebounds from three guys. Austin Batson actually missed that one. He would have probably given us some more rebounds and so forth there as well. So it was good for us. We were able to do some things we wanted to do. Our defensive strategy worked. Whenever we went to their place, they had a guy with 26 points, and our defense is really able to limit him this time. So overall, it was a really good game for us.
Very good.
Some guys got involved and put up some good numbers. So.
Nice. All right. So then the very next day, you hosted Cornerstone Rainsville. Unfortunately, you lost that one, 56-41. What happened in that one?
So that one, again, we just started off a little bit slow. And then I think it was down about 6 at the end of the first quarter, 10 at halftime. So there was there's no real big stretch. It wasn't just like a completely lopsided game. It's just they were just a little bit better, a couple points better every couple minutes. So just kind of ended up being, I think, about a 15-point game. But so it wasn't too bad. It was still relatively competitive. That one, Seth ended up again with 14 points, 13 rebounds, and Tucker 21 and 18. So they both had good games. Just couldn't quite get the scoring. Couldn't quite get the other guys going. So that's something we'll have to work on if we see them again in the future, and then even with our other opponents. But so Seth and Tucker still ended up with really good numbers. Just couldn't quite get the other guys going in that one.
Okay, so then you turned around last night and won big against Trinity Christian, 51-16, Coach.
Yeah.
Tell us about that one.
So Trinity, again, they're down a little bit this year. It was actually a real coach game really from both sides. I know what the score said, but it was pretty good organized basketball throughout. Both teams were actually able to work on a lot. So, we were able to go over quite a few plays and run a lot of our stuff, and I kind of feel the same for them. And so it was good. It was Seth, again, ended up with 13 points, 8 rebounds. Tucker, 16 and 10. Daniel Bensko ended up, I think, one short of his season high with 16.
Nice.
And then Austin came back. He had missed a couple games. He missed both Thursday and Friday night, but he came back for this one. Got a couple points, but ended up with 14 rebounds. So so he led us in that category last night. So it was good to get him back and at least get him going in that respect. And so overall, we were able to work on quite a few things. And so that was third game in a row at least with Tucker with the double-doubles, and Seth just a couple rebounds shy of it. So those two have really put up some good numbers over the last week. So hopefully we can carry that going. And Daniel putting up some points. Hopefully we can get him going and see what we can do here in the next few games. So
yeah, it really seems like it's starting to become much more of a team effort, right?
Yeah. A lot of that scoring has been spread out. Even the rebounding's been spread out. So we've got different guys filling different roles, and hopefully we can, build on that and keep that going.
Okay, great. So then on the 22nd, you play Valley Fellowship again. Coach, I think that was the first game of the year that you played them. And I believe you won in that one way back in early November. How will this game be different, you think?
Well, we're hoping to get another win here.
Yeah.
So again, going from the very first game to now, we've actually had a little bit of roster change since then. So we'll look a little bit different probably than we did that game. Lost a couple of guys, so we'll have some minutes given to players for this one that they didn't necessarily get that first one. But again, we're so much farther along in the season. Hopefully we've improved a good bit. They obviously the possibility that they have as well. But, we'll try to take some of this momentum from the last few games with Tucker, Seth, and hopefully they can keep scoring, keep Daniel scoring, get Colton some shots, and hopefully we'll have a good outcome for that one. That's another region game for us, so it'd be good for us to get a win there.
All right. So then the very next day, you play Pineview, this time here. This is the second time you've played them. What do you expect to see from the Warriors?
This is actually the third. So we
third.
saw.
Excuse me.
Yeah, no, the others were tournaments. So we saw them at a tournament up there at their place back the very beginning of the season, and then they came actually here for our Torch Classic.
Okay.
So we beat them at theirs, and then they came here. Seth was out, and they actually had one of their players come back from injury.
Okay.
And so they beat us here. Relatively close game. Their leading scorer was the kid who came back from injury, so he definitely made a difference in that game. But he did a lot of his stuff inside. So us having Seth back at I think their Seth is a freshman, and I believe their guy was a freshman as well. So it could be a good battle of freshmen in that one. So we'll see. It's gonna be a tough game. They're well coached, and obviously we split so far this season, so it should be a close competitive game. But we're hoping to get a win here on our home court. So
okay. So then finally on the 27th, you meet Trinity again. So how do you think this one will be different? What do you expect to see from them?
Yeah, I'm not sure the outcome is going to be too terribly different, but it'll just be a good opportunity really for both teams to work on what we do, work on our offense and our defense. Right. Same thing for them, work on some plays and so forth. So hopefully it'll just be a good, competitive game of basketball, good basketball being played. So
okay, very good. So Coach, that's our show. We appreciate your time. And as always, we appreciate yours. Join us again in another week or two for another Tabernacle edition of Coach Speak.